Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're digging into a really cool M&A idea, one that could totally reshape how brands talk to us. Picture this. What if two super specialized AI companies, instead of going head-to-head, actually teamed up to build something, well, something nobody else can? Let's get into it.
So what if a brand knew exactly what you wanted, maybe even before you did? I mean, think about it. A world of perfect personalization. Every single thing a brand sends you, an offer, a recommendation, a simple notification, is perfectly tailored just for you. That's like the holy grail for brands, right? And honestly, it's way closer than you'd think.
All right, here's how we're going to break this down. We'll start with the big personalization puzzle everyone's trying to solve. Then we'll meet the players involved. We'll see how they connect the loop, why it's such a powerhouse combination, and really importantly, why now is the perfect time. And finally, we'll look at how this could create a whole new category.
Okay, first up, the personalization puzzle, or as I like to call it, a market divider. You see, the race for hyper-personalization is absolutely on, but there's this huge problem, a massive roadblock that's holding pretty much everyone back.
So here's the gap in the AI MarTech world. Most companies are really good at one of two things. On one side, you've got the ones who understand wants, discovery and search. They're great at figuring out what you're looking for. Then on the other side, you have the companies focused on driving actions, all about engagement and messaging. But here's the thing, almost nobody connects the two. It's like one part of the brain isn't talking to the other. And that brings us to the solution, closed-loop personalization. So what is that? It's basically an AI native system that learns from what you want and what you do in this continuous cycle. It's always improving both sides of the coin, discovery and engagement, all on its own. It's a feedback loop. The system listens, it acts, it sees how you react, and then it learns. It gets smarter with every single interaction. Which, of course, brings us to the players in this story. We've got two halves of a whole. Right, so these are the two puzzle pieces. On one side, you've got Aampe. Think of them as the engagement engine. And on the other, you have Marco, the discovery engine. One is all about action, the other is all about intent. Let's zoom in on Aampe. They're all about proactive personalization. They use reinforcement learning to figure out the absolute best messaging and timing for you, specifically. They do this crazy psychographic modeling for every single user. It pulls in your CRM data too. Bottom line, Aampe owns the engagement side of the equation. They figure out not just what to say, but when and how to say it to get you to act. And yeah, they're not a small startup. They've got some serious backing. $27 million in funding from investors like Z47 and Peak XV. So they have the muscle to really dig in and specialize in this. Okay, now for the other piece, Marco. They are the masters of multimodal discovery. What does that mean? Well, they do semantic search, which is basically search by meaning, not just keywords. You could search for something vague and it just gets it. And it's multimodal, so it handles both text and images. You can even train a custom model for your own brand. So you can see, Marco totally owns that discovery moment. And just like Aampe, Marco is a major player. They're backed by folks like Lightspeed to the tune of $18 million. So again, another heavily funded specialist, but focused on the discovery side. So you've got these two specialists. What happens when you bring them together? Well, you get to connect the loop. Let's see how this puzzle actually fits. This is how you forge that closed-loop engine. It's actually pretty elegant. Step 1, Marco captures what you want in real time. It understands your intent. Step 2, Aampe takes that signal and acts on it with incredible precision. And then, this is the crucial part, step 3, whatever happens next, whether you engage or not, that outcome feeds right back into the system. And that makes both systems smarter for the next go-around. It's a self-improving cycle. So yeah, this isn't just about adding two things together. This is a real powerhouse combination. The synergies it unlocks are where the real value is. And these strategic synergies are pretty amazing when you lay them out. From a product perspective, you suddenly have a complete full-funnel system, from the first search all the way to engagement and back again. On the data side, you create this unified data moat, a combination of intent signals and behavioral signals that is incredibly valuable and hard to copy. And then for the business, the go-to-market, you've got cross-sell opportunities and you can sign these much bigger, stickier contracts. It's a win-win-win.
Okay, but a great idea is only as good as its timing, right? So why does this win now?
Well, it turns out the market timing for this is just about perfect.
First off, brands are practically screaming for this. They are so over the generic one-size-fits-all approach, the same cart abandonment email everyone gets. They want to offer these truly hyper-personalized experiences, and the current tools just aren't cutting it. Second big reason, privacy is now paramount. You've heard about the death of third-party cookies, right? That whole world is crumbling. This means that owning and understanding your own first-party data, the signals and behaviors from your actual users, isn't just a nice-to-have anymore, it's essential for survival. And the final piece of the puzzle for why this works now, the market is just broken. It's incredibly fragmented. Competitors are all these little point solutions that do one thing well. That creates a huge capability gap that a unified platform like this could just drive a truck through. And to put that into perspective, get a load of this number. By 2025, there are projected to be around 14,000 MarTech tools out there. 14,000! And yet most of them are completely incapable of delivering what businesses actually need today. It's just noise, leaving a massive opening for a clear, unified solution.
So, you put all of that together, and what's the big picture? This isn't just about making a bigger company. This is about creating an entirely new category. And this quote really says it all. The opportunity exists for a new and superior category. AI native, full funnel personalization that goes from discovery to engagement to feedback. This isn't about playing the old game better, it's about inventing a whole new one. This is how they could just leapfrog all the competition. A combined player like this can directly address those hyper-personalization demands we talked about. It can deliver on the first-party data imperative that privacy changes require, and it can completely exploit the market fragmentation with a single unified stack. They'd be playing chess while everyone else is still playing checkers. Which really leaves us with a big question, not just about these two companies, but about the whole AI race. Will the winners be the ones who try to build everything alone, or will they be the ones who are smart enough to combine and conquer?